Calarco hits it hard on the ground into right center field, a base hit. First hit of the ball game on either with 3 extra base hits. Nubs the 1-1 back to Gartman off of his glove, and the throw in time from Lane Forsythe. Place. Landon Gartman fires an 0-2, and Will Furnace rolls it into center field, a base hit. Anthony Calarco scores from second, and the Rebels strike first here in the second. The last 2 national champs. 0-2 on a line and a base hit into left field. It's got to feel good for Peyton. Gartman kicks and deals, and McCants lifts this one to center. Colton Ledbetter's out there, and he's got it for out number 2. It's Ole Miss as the lineup flips over for the Rebels. Back to the top for Ethan Groff, who chops it to Forsythe, and it kicks away. Furnace scores all the way from second, and it is 2-0 Ole Miss here in the second. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Jacob Gonzalez staring down a 3-1, and he works the walk. So Gartman deals, and Harris rolls it on the ground to second. That's the true freshman David Mershon getting the start.
And Chris Lemonis says he's got some big time pop.
Bounces this one right side, and what a pick over there that Jordan beats out by.
Same position Ole Miss was last year, and we saw how that ended up.
That one position player injury wouldn't. Alford rolls this one too short. That's Gonzalez. He goes to second and gets the force there on Hancock for the first out.
Healthy for the most part. LSU up until recently.
Kellum Clark yanks one into right field into the corner, and it scores Jordan. Alford gets a stop sign at third, and Mississippi State is on the board.
For strikes, then you only need the 2.
High fill in the air towards center. Ethan Groff ambles in, and he's there. Alford tags. The throw doesn't get him. Throw down to third is not in time.
They're doing that.
2-2. In the air from Forsythe toward right center, and McCants on the scene. When our mind was on the food that was so eloquently described by Chris Lemonis.
That's right.
Forsythe throws out Harris. A quick out. Personal human touch that is. Hard hit on the ground to Forsythe. And he's got the first 2 outs here in the 5th. So this was the scene pregame yesterday. He wanted every earlobe in the right place. This is golf to left by Calarco. Back to the wall. Jordan jumps, and that ball is gone. Opposite field solo shot for Anthony Calarco. Vaults Ole Miss in front in the 5th. Now from Eintema to Ethan Leger, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. And he bounces this one to Alford on a backhand to end the inning.
And then right there where he's looking off speed, he pumps a fastball in there. And then when you're afraid of the fastball, there comes the slider.
Just north of 70 pitches here today. And his payoff is hit in the air to center. And Groff coasts back for out number 2. Selling a strikeout. Cutting a miss, and Rivas is fired up as he strikes. On the ground to short, and Forsythe charges and throws out Burford for the first out. 8th pitch. Chatinier in the air. Toward right, struck well. Back onto the track, Kellum Clark with room. TJ McCants goes first pitch swinging, and he laces one into the gap at right center and plugs it all the way to the wall, and he can move. Round second on his way to third with a stand-up triple. It's on a couple of errors and then hit by pitches last time. Bounces this one toward third. Alford charges and throws, and it gets away from Hancock. So McCants scores, and the Rebels push the lead to 2. Eintema deals. Gonzalez slices one in the air toward left center. Ledbetter on the move, and he can't get there. Groff scores from second 2-out damage from Jacob Gonzalez. 1,045 against righties. Strikes out here. Eintema gets him with. But even he acknowledged and agreed there's no doubting the impact that has. Leger scoops it up and throws out Mershon.
Well, and if they can get healthy, man, I think you're going to see a big difference.
Colton Ledbetter pulls this one to right and gone. Trims the margin to 2 in the 6th with a solo shot. And what a catch out there in the seats. Transfer. And now Hunter Hines pulls this one to right, down the line toward the pole, and gone! Back to back for the Bulldogs in the 6th. Breaking ball grounded toward. And Jordan retired for out number 2. On the veteran Hancock.
Ouch.
And it hits him on the right leg. And the tying run is a winner to Ole Miss yesterday. Bouncing ball up the middle from Alford into center. Hancock goes first to third. And the Bulldogs have him at the corners with 2. His 3-2. Fastball cut on and missed. Jones strands 2.
Try to get to that fastball, and that's when that slider becomes effective, just like that. When the pitch is coming, he pulls his hands back and he's in position.
Strike 3 called. Nick. Now Ethan Leger. 0 for 3. First pitch swinging in the air to center. Ledbetter's on the move onto the track, and he runs it down.
What do you think the upside down Dallas means on the hat?
Highfield gets tagged out coming up the line. I was wondering the same thing. I don't have one of those in my closet.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Did come off the bench in the midweek game against UAB. Slaps this one left side, and Leger throws him out. 2 down.
Sides.
David Mershon, the switch hitter from the left side, tugs this one to the wall on a hop in right center. He stops at second with a 2-out double. And
I want to pump a fastball down the middle.
So to the breaking ball, and Ledbetter pulls it to right and gone! The Bulldogs lead.
And that was that slider.
And Hines strikes out on an elevated fastball to end the inning. 2-2. Kramer pulls this one into right field, a base hit. So 2-strike battling off the bench.
Hey, you can win.
2-0 is popped up by Chatinier. Foul ground, short right. Larry just into the game, makes a fine play. 1-2 pitch. Hard hit to short. Mershon to the bag. It's 2.
So they stuck 1,500 people somewhere.
Dakota Jordan grounds one to second, and Peyton Schott.
Well, they got Ron Polk here, who they call the father of SEC baseball. He's got to be proud of the state of the college game at this point and how many.
Force a rubber game tomorrow. On the ground, into center field, a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for Slade Alford. 3-0, the pitch. 4-pitch walk. Clark's on. 2 aboard now for the Dogs. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. And Nichols strikes out Highfield today. And Nate Thome goes back to work. 1, 2, and 3. And Ethan Groff pulls this to left and short hops it off the wall. He's got a leadoff double and represents the tying run. There's choice, a walk, and an RBI double. His last time he goes first pitch swinging into right field, a base hit. Groff comes around third, and this game is tied here in the ninth inning. 1-0 pitch. Harris lifts this one to left. Jordan moves to his left for the first out. Gonzalez tags and moves up 90 feet, so he's at third with one. So 6-6 our score, top 9. Middle game of this weekend series. Kemp Alderman is going to be intentionally walked. 1-0. Calarco on the ground, and that one caroms up into the air at second and scores a run. Ole Miss takes the lead in the ninth. Chopper left side. Alford shuffles and throws out Leger. 2 down. It is, and Dome strikes out Utermark.
2.
And Nichols walks him. Ledbetter, who's homered twice in the late innings. Mershad gets it down to Coyen, fields and throws to Chatinier for the first out. Coyen comes set. 3-2 is down, ball 4. And you got to trust Harris back there. 3-2. Fastball away. They are loaded and 2-0 pitch. Jordan on the ground, left side, past the dive of Leger. Larry scores. Ledbetter right behind him, and the Dogs walk it off.